Alright, so okay, with Marriage to Medicine season 3, episode 7, season 2, episode 8. Okay, so we start off with Mariah and Quad on the sidewalk arguing, same as usual, where we left off. Mariah is talking, and Quad kind of walks up to her and just doing mid conversation of her talking about Quad. So they have this back and forth once again. Now, the next thing we got, Dr. Heavenly is going over to visit Mariah after the whole scene or whatever, and she kind of talked to Mariah and get her side of it, but she is still kind of not really okay with Mariah. And then Lucy, Mariah's mom, is kind of snippy with her as well. So Dr. Heavenly kind of get out of there, just like, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I don't have nothing to do with this, and I just wanted to come and check on her and make sure everything was okay. She also brought Aiden some balloons because she heard about his surgery and everything. And she couldn't understand why Aiden was getting beautified for Mariah. Um, go. Mariah's mom is strange. I'll say that. Part of her husband are talking about the whole incident and everything like that. So basically, he tells her that he was not really didn't like the fact that she went over there and kind of approached Mariah, but she said that she wasn't gonna just roll over and tuck her tail. She was gonna speak up and defend herself. So they kind of turned into an argument for them, but at the end of the day, she was just like, I'm not trying to be her friend. He understood that. He's going to support her in not being her friend and just see what happens. But he don't want her to be kind of arguing back and forth with people. He don't really want her to do that. So then we got, let's see. Try to make this quick. Okay, so Dr. Simone brings over a mechanical baby for Dr. Jackie to kind of basically see if she can do this. If she can take care of this baby for 7 days, then that would kind of prove to her and Curtis, which is Dr. Jackie's husband, that she can actually do this baby thing. But Dr. Jackie worked late at the hospital. She just like she couldn't understand if she really had a baby. She don't know how she could do that. So she definitely is thinking about what Dr. Simone and her husband are saying about as far as time. Claude is in the working out with her dogs, Chloe, and I forgot the other dog's name. But yeah, they're working out on a treadmill. She loves her dogs. I love my dogs too, but I think that's a little bit extreme, Claude. However, whatever. Toya and her husband are talking about this house situation, and Toya seems to think that the reason that they are not closed on their house yet is because her husband makes so much money that the bank cannot figure out between his regular doctor job and his concierge doctor job. So I don't really get that. I'm not sure why banks can't figure it out. But in any case, she said that they're trying to just the whole storyline is about this new house and closing on the new house and spending her husband's money like she always do. They have her little boys in the scene this time, cute little boys. However, Toya is still not my favorite Married to Medicine chick. So Dr. Heavenly is having an event at her house. She invited all the ladies except Mariah because she wanted to kind of have a non-drama situation and she wanted Clyde to be there. So she was like, all ladies except Mariah. So Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, and Lisa are going to the place to the party together. And then Dr. Simone did acknowledge that her and Dr. Heavenly have actually buried their hatchet. They went away, their differences. They put it at the side. She said she's always going to be that crazy bitch to her, but at the end of the day, they cool and they're going to be cordial and they have put outside of this just to try to get along. They talked about what happened that night with Mariah and Clyde, and they just can't understand, what's going on, and it was just so ghetto and just awful. It's something that just kind of just went left for no reason. So hopefully they're hoping that tonight they don't have any kind of drama or anything like that going on based on what happened. So, but they don't know yet that Mariah is not gonna be there. Not until they get there. So Toya arrived to the party. The Quad arrived to the party. All the ladies are finally there. They sit down. Dr. Heavenly has everything decorated really pretty. Lisa actually does acknowledge that there's a, let's go ahead and acknowledge the elephant in the room. Missing person at the table is Mariah. So Dr. Heavenly did is to tell everybody that she felt like it would be more positive, less drama if she was not there, and it was just her choice. She just made a decision. It was her choice not to have her there. And so, of course, Dr. Simone said, everybody just kind of wanted to know what happened. So, well, I was kind of glad that everybody's kind of seeing everything for what it is, in opposed to just kind of taking sides with, just kind of seeing it for themselves. So then they start talking about the whole relationship situation, which is why they're there. They're supposed to be like a dinner, and they talk about relationships. Dr. Heavenly bring up the whole submission to her husband, women having a problem submitting to their husbands, or women have a problem spending all of their husband's money, or women just lucky to be here because they recently married. So, of course, the first person she was talking about was Dr. Simone. The second person she was talking about was Toya. And the third person she was talking about is Claude. Or she said somebody is not respecting their husband even enough to take their last name. And maybe she's talking about Lisa. I'm not really sure, but she's already throwing people under the bus. And Claude called her out, like, are you trying to call me out? She was like, no, I'm not trying to call anybody out. She's just trying to have this conversation. So then they start talking about sex, relationships, and who's submissive and who does what. And Dr. Simone don't like downtown oral sex, which is insanity. Let's see what else. So yeah, they start talking about that. Then she starts bringing up the situation with Toya spending all her husband's money, and she talk about, she's a real estate agent, and she's been that for a while, and she don't know why it doesn't take this long to close on the house. So this is when Claude get up and just kind of walk out the room, laughing, of course, because at this point, Dr. Heavenly is kind of going a little bit far. She just started on the show, she just meeting the ladies, and she is already calling them out. I thought I was going to like Dr. Heavenly, but it seems to me that she's not my favorite person. I don't know, it's just something about her. But anyway, Claude tell her, that she's just recently married, so, she tried to let her know that you can't be throwing dirt at me and not do it. Toya did just basically say, nobody, these people not in my household, so, just based on what I know, how we live and we got this, so don't worry about it, and Dr. Heavenly had to respect that as well. I think she was kind of looking for the ladies to go back and forth for her, but at the end of the day, that's their business, and it's really not anything for her to, her to have an opinion on, to be honest. Dr. Jackie said that her husband being the head of the household is like her head. The head cannot turn from left to right, so consider her the neck of the household. So she feel like it's kind of like a 50-50 situation. But this is when they was talking about the whole submissive husbands and sex life and being the head of the household and all that stuff. So then they started talking about Claude and Mariah. So the whole conversation came up when Dr. I don't know who decided to do it. A couples trip. Okay, yeah. So Dr. Simone decided that she wanted to announce that she wanted everybody to go on a couples trip. And she meant everybody, including Mariah. So when she did say everybody, Claude was like, you did say something that was made me uncomfortable. She was like, when you said everyone, she was like, if Mariah would be there, she don't want to be there. So she was just saying, that if you want to include her, that's fine, but those are just, situations that I don't want to be in. So, Dr. Simone, they say that, she's been knowing Claude for Mariah for 10 years. She loves her, and she's a good friend to her, and she just don't want to not exclude. She keeps excluding her in everything. So she wants them to try to get along as much as they can, but her and Claude go back and forth because she's just like, Claude is hurting, and she don't want to see Claude. It hurts to see her hurting, and she can't hold it in forever. They have to sit down and have this conversation for closure. Claude, on the other hand, feels like she won't get closure from her because she is so not one of Claude and Mariah doesn't want to look at her. So Dr. Simone get up, she's emotional, she gets up, leaves the room. Claude emotional, gets up, leaves the room. Dr. Jackie go out and talk to Claude about the situation, and she tells her that, in time. It's just basically they're gonna need some time. Quad understands that, and Dr. Jackie's gonna respect that. She just wants some time right now. She's just not ready to make over her. So when they come back in the room, she tells Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie tells Dr. Simone and the rest of the ladies, that Quad and Mariah just need some time right now. So we're gonna have to allow them. So Dr. Simone also comes to the realization that there's nothing that she can do to intervene in the situation as well. She also agreed that they do need some time apart. So when they come back, Dr. Heavenly is also on here. What it looks like is that, the ladies are just kind of just trying to decide as far as the trip, if they are going to invite Mariah or not. I mean, it's like either Mariah's going to come or Quad's going to come. So I don't know based on what it looks like, because of all the ladies that are at the table, it looks like Quad is going to be the one to go. But they just basically telling her, they're not really tearing her to share no room or vacation with Mariah. They just kind of want them to be cordial. But, everybody is on the same beat. If Mariah goes, is everybody going to be comfortable? So Toya asks, how does everybody feel? Well, Dr. Heavenly says she bring a lot of drama everywhere she goes. She's not interested in that. Lisa Nicole also says she's not interested in drama or going on this trip. Toya agrees. Dr. Jackie said, whether she's there or not, she's going to enjoy herself. They asked Dr. Simone, does she have to have her there? She's like, no, I don't have to have anybody there but people. So, of course, Dr. Heavenly gave her a high five for that. And basically, that was the gist of the show. But they didn't really decide on whether or not they were going to invite Quad. I guess we'll find that out next week. This was a pretty good episode. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Have a good one.